Hello students, welcome to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Children, we are discussing a new chapter today from your accountancy subject. The name of the chapter is Cash Flow Statement. This is from your volume 3 of accountancy, that is analysis of financial statement. From that part of your accountancy, we are taking the chapter 5. Here are the topics discussed in this chapter. First of all, we have to know about the meaning of cash flow as well as cash flow statement. Then we have to see the objectives of cash flow statement, importance or uses of cash flow statements, limitations of cash flow statement. We have to see computation related to cash flow from operating activity, cash flow from investing activity, and cash flow from financing activity. Now let us discuss each of this concept. Meaning of cash flow statement. Cash flow statement is a statement that shows the flow of cash and cash equivalents during a period. So cash flow means inflow as well as outflow of cash. It traces the flow of cash and cash equivalent into and out of the business during the accounting period. So during the accounting period, what is the flow of cash and cash equivalent? So cash and cash equivalent, the meaning of cash equivalent is the those items which are too near to cash, like cash in hand, cash at bank, marketable securities. These are some of the examples of cash and cash equivalent. Okay, so the flow of cash and cash equivalent during the accounting period, related to that, a statement is known as cash flow statement. So see here, inflow of cash. All transactions that lead to increase in cash and cash equivalent are classified as inflow of cash. So inflow means in the business cash is coming in, there is increase in the cash. And outflow of cash means all transactions that lead to a decrease in cash and cash equivalent are classified as outflow. So all those activity because of which cash outflow is there, so it will be termed as outflow of cash. Okay, so cash is moving out of the business. So all those transactions will be termed as outflow of cash. Now objectives of cash flow statements. Why we prepare cash flow statement? Every company, they prepare cash flow statement. The purpose is to provide information about the cash inflow and outflow from various activities during an accounting period. So from various activity, what are the reasons of cash inflow and outflow, that through the preparation of cash flow statement we can come to know. Second objective is to determine the net change in cash and cash equivalent. That is to indicate the difference between sources and application. Sources means receipt and payment from or by the operating, investing and financing activity between the days of two balance sheets. So you will be provided with two balance sheet and you have to compare those two balance sheet dates, items, and find out what is the cash receipt and payment during those particular. Comparing that, you will determine the net change in cash and cash equivalent during those two balance sheet dates. Okay, so you can come to know about the receipt and payment of cash through a comparison of both the balance sheet. Next is importance or uses of cash flow statement. Why we prepare a cash flow statement? What is the importance of it? So let us see that. Helps in short-term financial planning. We can go for a planning. Okay, if we know about the cash position of the business, we can go for a short-term financial planning. Then it helps in efficient cash management. So if we know what is our cash inflow and outflow, we can manage the cash accordingly. helps in comparative study. We can compare the cash position of that business. Okay, the last year balance sheet, we can compare present year balance sheet and find out how is our cash flow position compared to the last year. Next is helps in determining cash flow from different activities separately. Children, there are three main activities as I mentioned in the earlier slide: operating activity, investing activity, and financing activity. So from that three different activity, we can find out the cash flow separately, determine the cash flow separately. Helps in testing managerial decisions. So this cash flow can be a basis for managerial decisions. So future any decision making purpose can be this cash flow statement can be made use of. Helps in assessing liquidity and solvency. So company solvency and liquidity position can be assessed through the cash flow statement. Then helps in making dividend decision. So declaration of dividend can be made on the basis of cash flow statement of that company. For this 7 cash flow can be put to use in these 7 different uses. Okay, these are the 7 important uses of cash flow statement. That way we can do. Next is limitations of cash flow statements. So there are 5 limitations of cash flow statement. The first limitation is ignores non-cash transaction. So see, as the name suggests, it's a cash flow statement. It only record the cash transaction. Non-cash transactions are avoided from that. If at all it is there, we have to go for a reverse transaction. Okay, so non-cash items will be ignored from this statement. That is one limitations of this statement. Second thing is ignores the accrual concept. You know that there are 2 bases of recording or 2 systems of recording transaction: cash basis and accrual basis. So accrual basis is one of the important concept related to accounting, and that is ignored when we prepare cash flow statement. Next is historical in nature. It record all the the items recorded in cash flow statement is historical in nature. Not a substitute for an income statement. So income statement means profit and loss account. So it is not, we cannot substitute cash flow statement with income statement. Not suitable for judging liquidity of the enterprise. With one cash flow statement, we cannot completely judge the liquidity of the enterprise. So these are the 5 limitations of cash flow statement. So as I mentioned earlier, cash flow statement can be classified into 3 main activities. So classification of activity for preparation of cash flow statement. One of that activity is operating activity. Cash flow from operating activities are primarily derived from the principal revenue producing activity of enterprise other than investing and financing activity. So children, operating activity means what? Operation. So that means some processing is taking place in this activity. Some manufacturing activities is been taking place in this activity. So it's actually a revenue generating or revenue producing activity. We can name this operating activity. Now, principal revenue producing activity. So children, as I told you that operating activity means principal revenue producing activity. So we can classify operating activity into 2, that is non-financial and financial. So see, non-financial nature means they are engaged in 3 different activities: manufacturing, retail and services. So manufacturing, what they do? They manufacture and sell the goods. Retail, what they do? They buy and resell the goods. And service provider, they selling and provide they provide the services. So these 3 are classified as non-financial activities. And financial activities means they are mainly engaged in financial activity like providing loan, taking loans and dealing in securities, etc. For example, banks and financial institutions are termed as financial activities. Okay, so when you are doing this operating activity, you have to take care of these two revenue producing activities. See, here are some examples of cash flow from operating activities. Under non-financial for non-financial enterprises, what are the operating activities for them? Cash received from sale of goods and services, rendering services, cash received from fees, royalty, commission and other revenue, cash received from trade receivables, cash payment to suppliers, and payment as wages and salaries. That all come under the operating activities for the non-financial enterprises. And for financial enterprises, what are the receipt and payment? That is payment for purchase of securities. When you purchase some securities, you have to make payment. So for financial enterprises, that is their operating activity. And receipt from sale of securities, dividend received. So these are the financial enterprises, maybe bank or maybe financial institution. So for them, the operating activity is something else. And for non-financial enterprises, operating activities are in this following ways. Okay, that you have to understand separately. Second type of activity is the cash flow from investing activity. So investment means what? Investing activity include the acquisition, you are purchasing, and disposal. The meaning of disposal means sales of long-term assets. So you are engaged in purchase and sale of long-term assets and other investments which are not held for resale. So if you are purchasing and selling those assets, that assets or that activity will be considered as investing activities. And remember, you are not purchasing it for resale, but you are using it for further production. Now, for example, cash payment to acquire fixed asset, including intangible assets. Then cash received from disposable of fixed asset. If you sell the any asset, cash receipt is there, cash inflow is there. Cash payment to acquire shares of some other enterprises. And cash advance or loan made to the third party. If you are giving loan to any third party, that in that case cash outflow is there, it is treated as investing activity. Okay, now next is third type of activity is the financing activity. Financing activity are the activity that result in changes in the size and composition of owner's capital and borrowing of the enterprises. So financing activity is something which changes the size and composition of the finance structure of your enterprise. That is, how much is your borrowed capital, how much is your owner's capital and your borrowings. That can be known separately from your financing activities. So here are some of the activities related to finance. That is, cash proceed from issue of shares. When you issue the shares, you will the shareholders will give capital in the business. So there is inflow of cash when you issue the shares. Same way, when you issue debentures, loan, bonds and short-term or long-term borrowings, in all those cases cash is coming in the business. Okay, and repayment of loan amount or repayment of debentures amount, that will be classified as outflow of cash flows statement, and it will come under financing activity. So these are some of the examples related to financing activities.